everyone, this video is all about how to use Google Meet within Google Classroom, or an overview of the Google Meet, Google Classroom integration, and how to have or host secure Google Meet meetings with your students. So I have two windows open right now. In this window, I have the biology honors Google Classroom, and I'm the teacher. In this window, I have the same Google Classroom, but I'm actually the student here. So what I'm going to do, because I wanted to show you how to do this literally from step one, is I have to come over here to my banner or my header, and I have to hit generate meet link next to where it says meet link. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hit generate meet link. I can toggle on or off to make it visible to students in the banner. So this is what it would look like if it were visible on the student end. I can access the Google Meet link here. I can also come over here to classwork and I can get the Meet from over there. Now, even though this is visible to students, as a student, they cannot join the Google Meet until you have started the Google Meet. You're in this Google Meet. So you can see in the student window, I clicked the link, but it won't let me join. When I come back over here, and I start the Google Meet as the teacher, it's going to get ready. I can turn my camera and microphone off just for the sake of this training video, and I can join now. Now, it'll remind me that this meeting can only be joined by users with norton.k12.ma.us email, so it's restricted to the Norton domain. Now I'm going to try again as a student to get in, and you'll see now I'm able to get in as the student, and I can join. And now I'm in as both the teacher and the student. Few things to keep in mind. So as the teacher, if you leave first, the student remains in the Google Meet. So you always want to make sure that you're the last person to leave. Google Meet is hopefully rolling out with some updates soon about ending the meeting for all with one button. But for right now, we don't have that. So what we want to focus on is how do we get students out that maybe aren't leaving? We can come up here. We can go to the People tab, where it says this is my fake student. I can remove that student and kick them out of the Google Meet. And hopefully it does not come to that. They will not be able to rejoin if they do. Hopefully the student will just hang up on their own. And when the teacher hangs up, the student will not be able to rejoin the Google Meet. The meeting has already ended. So, ways that you can make this even more secure. Like I said, it's not a problem to have this Google Meet link visible because a student won't be able to access it if you're not in the meeting, or if you haven't started the meeting, I should say. We saw how a student could be in the meeting if the teacher left first. One thing you might want to consider, because even though this is secure, right, no one outside of the Norton domain can get in, students could share this link with their friends within the Norton domain, and you might have people, students that you don't want in the Google Meet. If you want to kind of take your security up a notch, here's what you can do. So I'm actually going to go into my settings. You can come here and you can actually reset the Google Meet link for students. You can adjust the visibility, but what's really kind of nice is you can actually just copy this even when it's not visible to students, and you can paste this in. I'm just doing it as an announcement. You could post it as classwork if you would like to, but just for the sake of this training, I'm only going to post it as an announcement. I'm going to update my student view, and I'm going to go here. Same thing, I can't join the Google Meet because I'm the student, but when I go in and start as the teacher, and I join, the student should then be able to access the Google Meet. So this is not visible for the student in the banner. You can see up here, right? The student can't see it. This was only accessible to the stream. So in the stream. So the reason why I point this out is because when the meet is over, you can delete that link. You can come back up into your settings and you can reset this link. And now the next time you meet with this group of students, you can give them the new Google Meet link. Now, that's just an extra layer of security, because what could happen, I know we don't want to assume the worst in our students, but what could happen is if you just let this Google Meet link be visible on your banner, even though students can't access it, even though students can't get in, right? That just gives them more time to share the link out or to have the opportunity to share it out and post it or send it to whoever they want. If you make it not visible to students and reset that Google Meet link as often as you feel is necessary, you can at least limit students' window of opportunity, if that makes sense, to share that Google Meet link out. So let's just say I'm going to reset this link, brand new link here. I'm the teacher. I'm going to copy it. It's time to, meet with my group, my students. I'm going to say, here's the Meet link for today. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to post it. I start that meeting, right? The students will only have that very limited window of time where they can send this link to whoever they want to. And they can get in your Meet. Just remember, even if it is someone who should not be in the Meet, it's at least somebody within the Norton domain, and you can always remove people that should not be in the Google Meet, which is awesome. Now, if I wanted to take that Meet link and I wanted to, let's say, share it with another Google class, not my biology honors, but maybe I want to just do my plain biology class, my regular biology class, I can share that link with them as well. And I'm just going to show you what happens on the student end. So from the student end, when I go to the biology class, and I go to join that Google Meet, I can't. So I would have to go back to the home screen and I would have to wait for the teacher to join. So you can actually grab kind of like one Google Meet link generated from Google Classroom, and you can share that to multiple Google Classrooms. You'll still have that same capability, that same security. So I'm going to join just to make sure this all works like it's intended to. And there I go. I can join as a student. So that was actually the link from the biology honors Google Classroom, but I copy and pasted it here into my just biology B block, and that Google Meet link still had all of the same capabilities, which is nice to know if you don't want to be, generating, resetting a bunch of different links constantly. So just keep that in mind, is you don't necessarily have to make it visible in the banner for students. You can copy the link and paste it and then delete it when it's no longer needed. You can also reset the link. So what I used to do is I used to come over here to classwork and I used to let the students know. I would make an assignment because I liked having it set to a due date, even though I know a Google Meet isn't due. There was sort of a date and time when it was happening. So if I wanted this to happen at 2:00 on September 14th, I might say, like, the Google Meet, we will meet at 2:00 p.m. on 9/14. Meet link will be posted, or Meet link will be posted 10 minutes ahead of time, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And you can assign that to students. And then you can even get the post ready ahead of time if you wanted to. I just want to show you from the student end. So there it is. I'm the student. I know we'll have a meet at this time. You can even get it ready ahead of time by, creating or posting on the stream wherever you want to put it. You can post that Meet link and have it set to go out. Copy it and then come back here. You can schedule this to push out at that time. And again, I'm just thinking worst case scenario here. Remember, even if you post this and it sends out and you forget something happened, students won't be able to get into that Meet if you don't start it. So even if that announcement does go out, and there's a schedule change that day, something happened, students won't be able to access that Google Meet unless you're there to start it. So that is one way you can add extra security, maybe even save yourself some time by using Google Meet within Google Classroom.